Welcome back, Ray Hope family. Hope everybody is doing great and good. This video is about people in recovery that are on Soboxon, Sublocade, Subutex, Methadone, whatever if you're on MAT, okay? If you're on medicated assisted treatment, do not think that you are not clean. If you are not out at 2 o'clock chasing the dope man, if you're paying your bills, taking care of your children, doing what you need to do, and paying your bills, I guarantee you that's 10 times better than shooting up meth or heroin in your arm. And this video goes out to Joe Does Stuff and the After Prison show. And a lot of other content creators that are in so-called recovery that pass judgment on others. At the end of the day, what gives you the right to pass judgment on people because their road to recovery doesn't match what you think it should? What gives you the right? I would much rather somebody be on medicated assisted treatment, working a program, taking care of their responsibilities, paying their power bill, paying their rent, paying their car note, paying their insurance, buying Christmas for their kids, being able to buy the necessities that they need, rather than out chasing a man that's going to give them fentanyl and they're going to be dead. If you don't agree with medicated assisted treatment, then fine, so be it. You don't have to, but you don't have the right to tell somebody else how to recover. Whatsoever. And I'm really disappointed in Joe with APS and After Prison Show and Joe Does Stuff, because I have watched that guy ever since he has started, and I'll be really honest with you. I watched him when he literally when After Prison Show, he didn't do that no more. When he was doing Joe Does Stuff, I watched him, and for him to come out with a video like this, really, bro? Really? You're going to say that Soboxon isn't clean. Why? Was it for clicks? Was it for views? Was it to trigger people? And some of you are going to say it triggered me. Well, here's the point. Yes, it does make me upset, because all you so-called people in recovery, or so-called people that got out of jail, prison, whatever, and you have, and just because they didn't do it the same way you did, their road to recovery has to be, it can't be good because that's what they do. So you would tell somebody that is on a mental health med or on anything else to quit that too, right? What if somebody was on, had an alcohol addiction and they took the medication that, that made them break out in hives if they drank? What would you say they were? Some people need a little bit of help, and it's not anybody's place to judge. I know when I was in active addiction, I didn't have a pot to piss in. I didn't have a car, didn't have a home, couldn't pay a power bill, couldn't put food on the table. Couldn't do none of that. And it really pisses me off that a lot of these content creators uses that line and seems to think that it's okay. I don't give a rat's hind end how you go about recovery, as long as you're not hurting yourself and putting yourself in putting yourself in harm's way. Go about your life. Build your life to the better. It is no, and if you're on here and you're new in recovery and you're on Soboxon, Sublocade, any of those other types of medications for assisted treatment, do not let people, content creators like this, discourage you, because they're not worth the Charmin they wipe their ass with if they think like this. They're not. And excuse my language, I do apologize, but these words that these content creators use to say Soboxon isn't clean, do you really realize what you're doing? Do you really realize? If that was your brother, sister, mother, daughter, son. Would you rather them be out chasing the dope man at 2 o'clock in the morning, or would you rather them get a prescription from the pharmacy that they take twice a day, sometimes once a day, and can lead a productive life? What would you rather? And that's a very serious question. And I hope this video does reach Joe Does Stuff with APS, an after prison show, because that video really just made me mad. And I have been a huge supporter of Joe Does Stuff. Huge. Through it all. And there's another content creator. I will not give him the time or day to even say his name. But a lot of these content creators, y'all need to figure out what you're about. If you're about saving lives, then it shouldn't matter what that road to recovery looks like, as long as that person is making positive gains and not negative gains. Shouldn't matter. As long as that person's making positive gains, doing what they need to do, getting a job, holding a job, doing what they're supposed to do, doing their counseling, reaching out with their sponsor, holding themselves accountable, making sure they control people, places, and things, not hanging out with the old riffraff they used to hang out with, not staying in the same places they used to go. You know what I mean? That has a lot to do with it. And a lot of you content creators out here, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You really should. And at the end of the day, guys, if you see this and you're struggling, just know if you need medicated assisted treatment, don't be shameful from it. I did it. And honey, I'm so thankful because I have a roof over my head. I pay my bills, bought 2 and 3 cars, can buy Christmas, can do all the things that I couldn't do when I was in active addiction. So at the end of the day, block them because they don't know who they are. And it's nobody's right to judge your path to recovery. Let me say it again. As long as you're making positive gains. I love you guys so big, so much. Remember that you matter no matter what you're going through. And I love y'all guys. And I hope you have an amazing week. Peace out.